My beloved child, there is a mystery surrounding you right now that you cannot ignore. Someone close to you, someone whose presence once felt natural and warm, is quietly stepping back from your life. Their silence is not accidental. Their distance is not without reason. Heaven is revealing that the heart of this person is heavy with something they do not want you to know. They carry a secret tied to their intimate relationships, a truth that if exposed, would shake the image you hold of them. You may have noticed it already: unanswered calls, cold replies, excuses that don't feel real, moments where their eyes avoid yours because the truth would spill if they held your gaze too long. This is not you imagining, beloved. This is not coincidence. This is heaven opening your eyes to something hidden in plain sight. The truth is this: their distance is their cover. Their silence is their shield. Their excuse is their mask. For in the shadows of their intimate life, there is a choice they made, a bond they tied, or a desire they fed that they are terrified of you uncovering. They believe that if you know, you will never look at them the same. So instead of confessing, they create distance. Instead of explaining, they retreat. Instead of standing before you in honesty, they disappear in fragments of silence. But here is what heaven needs you to understand: this is not about your weakness, nor is it about your worth. Their secret is not proof that you are lacking. Their hiding is not evidence that you are unworthy of truth. Their distance is a mirror of their own fear, their own guilt, their own inability to stand in the light with full integrity. Heaven says, don't let their shadow make you doubt your brightness. Don't let their silence make you question your value. Don't let their hidden choices make you feel unchosen. What is meant for you cannot be stolen. What is destined for you cannot be replaced. What is hidden will always be exposed in divine timing, and what is whispered in private will eventually echo in the open. You will not remain in confusion, because heaven is pulling back the curtain. You will not remain in doubt, because clarity is being sent like a flood. You will not remain abandoned, because the angels are bringing new companionship, stronger, purer, unshakable. Beloved, stay with me until the end of this message, because before this script closes, your heart will be lifted. You will see that heaven does not allow you to lose anything that was ever meant to stay. You will see that this distance is not the end, it is the evidence that God is making room for something greater, something more aligned, something that will not need to hide. Sparkles, type Amen if you receive this. Share this message so that someone else may see what heaven is showing you. And don't scroll away, because the next words I speak carry the key that will unlock what your spirit has been waiting for. My beloved child, listen carefully, because the silence you are experiencing from this person is not ordinary. It is the sound of someone building walls around their own secret. They believe distance will protect them from being uncovered. But heaven does not allow deception to last forever. The angels are whispering that this withdrawal is the beginning of their exposure. Their footsteps may be moving away from you, but their truth is moving closer to being revealed. You have felt it in your spirit. That sudden shift, that unexpected change, the moments where their warmth turned into cold shadows. It wasn't your imagination. It wasn't a mistake. It was your intuition, divinely activated, trying to warn you. Heaven gave you the gift of sensing energies that do not align with love and honesty. And your spirit, beloved, is too strong to be fooled for long. This secret they are holding is not a small one. It is tied to their heart, their desires, and their choices in intimacy. They fear what you will think if you knew the full story. They are worried that their image will crumble, that your trust will vanish, that the bond you share will never recover. And so, instead of walking in courage, they hide. Instead of bringing truth into the light, they bury it deeper. But hear me clearly, what is buried still breathes. What is hidden still beats. What is concealed still leaves traces. And heaven is tracing every line of this hidden story, preparing to deliver it to your hands at the right time. For no shadow can cover what God intends to reveal, and no silence can erase what truth is destined to speak. Beloved, this moment is not about loss, it is about awakening. You are being separated not because you are unworthy, but because heaven will not allow your destiny to be entangled with lies. You are being protected from a bond that would have chained your spirit. The distance is not punishment, it is preparation. The silence is not rejection, it is redirection. Stay strong in your heart. Do not chase what hides. Do not beg for what runs. Do not question why the space is growing. Instead, lift your eyes, for heaven is shifting the path. What you lose in secrecy, you will gain in honesty. What walks away in silence will be replaced by one who stands proudly by your side in truth. My beloved child, type Amen to claim this strength. Share this message so another soul who feels abandoned may see that it is not the end, but the beginning of their release. And remain with me till the final word, for heaven has more to reveal about why this person stepped back, and what blessing is stepping forward in their place. My beloved child, let your heart be still for a moment, because the truth is unfolding even now. This person who has been creating distance from you has woven a web around themselves, a web of secrecy that they cannot maintain forever. They thought pulling away from you would protect their image, but in reality, it is only making their silence louder and their absence more noticeable. The angels are telling me that their heart is divided, and when a heart is divided, it cannot remain steady in one place. You see, intimacy is not only about closeness of the body, it is about truth of the soul. And their soul has chosen to cover itself with half-truths, hoping you will not notice. But heaven refuses to let you be blind. You are chosen, and those who are chosen cannot be fooled endlessly. Even now, your spirit is being sharpened to see beyond what is said, to hear what is not spoken, to feel what is hidden behind the mask. That uneasiness you have felt in your chest is not anxiety, it is a divine alert, an inner alarm that something is being kept from you. Beloved, do not see this distance as a loss. See it as evidence. Evidence that heaven is setting you apart. Evidence that your value is too great to be tied to someone who cannot stand before you in honesty. Evidence that your destiny cannot be delayed by half-hearted love or broken trust. Heaven would rather let you feel the sting of distance now than the shattering of betrayal later. This is divine protection disguised as separation. And here is what is powerful. Even as they hide their secret, God is preparing to bring you into alignment with relationships that are pure, transparent, and true. This current silence is a doorway to a future filled with voices that speak life, hearts that choose you without hesitation, and souls that honor you without secrets. What you are losing in shadows will be replaced with light. My beloved child, hold your head high. Do not let their absence make you feel unworthy. Do not let their secret make you feel unloved. Your worth has never been tied to their truth, it has always been anchored in heaven's truth about you. And heaven's truth is this: you are chosen, you are protected, and you are being guided toward love that will never hide. Stay until the very end of this message, because heaven is not done. The curtain is only half open. The next words will bring clarity about what is about to be exposed and how your life will rise from this silence into something unshakable. Sparkles type Amen to seal this promise, and let your soul prepare for what is about to unfold. My beloved child, I feel your spirit leaning in closer, hungry for clarity, and heaven is whispering that you are not imagining the shift that has taken place. There was a time when this person's presence felt constant, their energy warm, their attention undivided, but now you sense the cracks in their silence, the gaps in their words, and the distance in their actions. They have become careful with what they say, cautious with what they reveal, and selective with the time they give you. This is not coincidence, beloved. It is the fruit of a hidden choice they are carrying in their heart. What you must understand is that their secret is not about your weakness, nor about something you failed to do. No, their secret is born from their own confusion, their own desires, and their inability to be fully transparent. Heaven shows me that this secret is deeply tied to matters of intimacy and closeness, a part of their life they are not ready to lay bare before you. They are wrestling with decisions they made in the dark, choices they now regret, or connections they fear would change the way you see them. So instead of facing you, they retreat. Instead of standing boldly in truth, they hope distance will hide what honesty would expose. But hear me, beloved, distance cannot silence what heaven intends to reveal. Their secret is not hidden from the eyes of God. Their silence is not powerful enough to block the truth from reaching you. Every action, every withdrawal, every excuse they make is another thread heaven will pull until the entire tapestry of their hidden story is unraveled before you. The same God who parted seas, who split the veil, who uncovers what is whispered in the dark, is now at work in your life. What is hidden will not remain hidden much longer. You may feel pain in this season, because the person you trusted is stepping back. But heaven says, do not see this as rejection. See it as redirection. Do not see it as betrayal. See it as preservation. For heaven refuses to allow your destiny to be tied to someone who is not walking in the light. You were never meant to carry the weight of someone else's hidden battles. You were never meant to sacrifice your peace for their secrecy. Beloved, lift your chin. Wipe your tears. This distance is not your end, it is your shield. It is proof that heaven is preparing something greater. What you are losing in silence, you will gain in truth. What is slipping away in secrecy, you will receive in clarity. And the love that is destined for you will not run, will not hide, will not shrink away in shame. It will stand before you, whole, unbroken, honest, and unwavering. Stay with me until the end of this message, because what is about to be revealed next will show you why heaven had to create this separation, and how it is the doorway into your miracle season. Sparkles type Amen if you are ready to walk into the light of this truth, and share this message so another soul can be freed from the pain of confusion. My beloved child, take this moment to breathe deeply, because heaven is pulling you into revelation step by step. The distance you are feeling from this person is not an accident, and it is not without meaning. It is a sign, a divine signal that something beneath the surface is stirring. This is not the kind of silence that comes from being busy. This is not the kind of distance that comes from distraction. This is the silence of someone protecting a truth they are not ready to confess. This is the distance of someone carrying a secret they cannot bring into the open. They have tried to convince themselves that if they step back quietly, you will not notice. They have told themselves that if they keep their words short and their presence small, you will stop asking questions. But beloved, your soul is sharper than they realize. Your spirit is sensitive to what cannot be seen with the eyes. You feel it when their energy shifts. You know it when their words no longer match their heart. And what you are sensing now is confirmation. Their secret is tied to their intimate life, to the kind of choices that would break the bond of trust if you saw it clearly. But hear this truth, God has not allowed you to sense this for nothing. Heaven does not reveal what it intends to leave you confused about. If you feel the uneasiness, if you sense the pulling away, it is because you are being prepared for the unveiling. The angels are aligning events so that what is whispered in the shadows will echo in the light. The one who hides will not be able to hide forever, because what is bound in secrecy always eventually bursts through the surface. And when it does, you will not be shaken, you will be strengthened. You will not be destroyed, you will be delivered. My beloved child, I know your heart aches, because you gave them trust. You gave them your openness, your loyalty, your kindness, and in return they offered you distance. But never mistake their silence as proof that you are unworthy. Their secret does not reduce your value. Their hidden choices do not change your destiny. What is yours cannot be stolen, and what heaven has written for you cannot be erased by their decisions. Even now, heaven is speaking to your spirit, be still, for I am protecting you. This distance is divine preservation. It may hurt now, but it is saving you from a deeper wound. It may sting today, but it is setting you free from years of deception. It may feel like loss, but it is preparing the soil for something greater to be planted in your life. You are not being abandoned, you are being elevated. And soon, beloved, very soon, the truth will spill forth. The curtain will fall. The mask will crack. And you will see clearly why this distance was necessary. You will see that heaven was never punishing you, it was protecting you. You will look back and thank God for the separation, because it will make room for something purer, brighter, and truer than anything you have known before. Stay with me until the final word, for heaven is not done speaking. Sparkles type Amen if you feel this truth pressing against your spirit. Share this message so that another soul in confusion may know they are not alone. And remain with me, for what comes next will reveal how heaven is about to turn this silence into your strength. My beloved child, do not turn away now, for heaven is still unfolding the depth of this message. The person who is keeping distance from you is not doing it by chance. Every step back they take, every moment they withdraw, is fueled by the fear of their secret being uncovered. They are wrestling within themselves, because they know their silence cannot last forever. They know that the truth has a way of rising, no matter how deeply it is buried. Their heart beats faster when you are near because they worry you might notice what they are trying so hard to hide. You have seen it in the little things, the hesitation in their eyes, the pauses in their speech, the sudden excuses that do not sound like the truth. Heaven reveals that their secret is linked to an intimate choice, a relationship or connection they have entangled themselves with, one that does not align with the trust you gave them. They may smile before you, but their soul trembles in the presence of your spirit, because your spirit carries light, and their hidden life cannot stand fully in the light. Beloved, do not see this as your loss. See it as your shield. Heaven allows distance because closeness would have hurt you more. The truth is not that you were not enough, the truth is that their honesty was not enough. You gave them loyalty, they gave you shadows. You offered them openness, they offered you fragments. And yet, even in this, you are not abandoned. You are being carried into protection. You are being prepared for revelation. You are being strengthened for the moment when everything hidden will be laid bare. The angels say, do not chase them. Do not beg for closeness from someone who chooses distance. Do not cry for loyalty from someone who hides betrayal. Instead, hold your peace. For the silence of others is where God speaks the loudest. Their retreat is not your defeat, it is the stage being set for your victory. My beloved child, hear this: what is leaving your life now is not worthy of the place it held. What is fading away is being replaced with what will never fade. What is slipping through your hands is making room for what will never slip away. The very thing that feels like rejection is the proof of heaven's redirection. And when the truth finally reaches your ears, you will not collapse, you will rise. You will see that your value was never tied to their secret, your worth was never tied to their silence, and your destiny was never tied to their shadow. Stay with me, for the next part of this revelation will show you how heaven is already preparing someone, somewhere, whose love will not be divided, whose words will not be twisted, whose loyalty will not be hidden. Sparkles type Amen if you feel this message touching your soul. Share this with another heart, because someone else is silently living this same story and needs this light. And stay, beloved, for the next word will open the door to your promised restoration.